Right, buddy. So, right, let's get back to the job in hand.
Yes.
Fitting this little beauty. RS4 B7 engine, 4.2 V8 to give it its full title. And we're putting it in our lovely Transporter shuttle, 2007, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, 2007 shuttle. So that's going to go in there, as you can see. We're at the stage now. So we're at the stage now that we were last week.
Yeah, we've lifted subframe back up, haven't we?
Yeah. So what we've done is we've
back in
lifted the subframe up. That's all bolted back up. And it's just, let's say, resting on that piece of wood on the front.
Suspension wood there.
Yeah, suspension wood, automotive timber. And our gearbox mount at the back as well. So that just gives us an idea. As you can see, we've cut the floor out. If you missed last week's episode out, we just took out the floor section there, undone the spot welds, cut it out, and then cut this little bit of the tunnel out here, which is somewhere in the back. But that means that we can move it this way and then put a little piece in and then just stitch this back in. Right, so that's where we are now.
Yeah.
We caught up?
Yeah.
Right. However, we need to get it properly lined up now, to the millimetre really, don't we? Need to get it level. We've got the gearbox and the prop shaft roughly in line, haven't we?
Yeah.
That's the engine is in line with the centre of the van. What we're going to do is we're going to go on, you say what we're going to do rather than me waffling on.
Waffling.
Yeah,
You
waffle.
don't waffle. Well, this is how we had it in the last van we did.
Yes.
And it gave a bit of grief with piping pot steering, didn't it? 'Cause
Yeah,
they were all a bit close.
For the power steering. Because on the power steering, on these, there's a little pipe that comes out and goes like that, isn't there?
Yeah, it sort of lifts up and then drops onto
And
the rack.
the gearbox was hitting it. We put it on a banjo bolt,
joint on that, didn't we?
which was better, but it's still
close. Wasn't it?
So we're on about bringing it forward.
Forward a little bit and up a little bit, which will also give us a little bit more clearance on steering rack.
On steering rack, yeah.
Bring it forward a bit, or get the drive shafts slightly more in line, because they were back a little bit before,
Yeah,
I think, weren't they?
and it'll come away from bulkhead. I think we
yeah.
can see with the drive shafts. Oh, you've took the.
I've taken it out, yeah.
Taken it out.
I'll put drive shaft back in.
Yeah, this is our makeshift drive shaft.
We're in.
Right, so that's roughly where we want the drive shaft to be. I don't know if we can pick it up.
It's a bit hard to tell, but if you look sort of from...
Yeah, it's not...
It goes backwards towards the gearbox.
Yeah, it goes backwards a little bit. So the drive shaft, as you can see there, and it goes off an angle like that. So what we're going to do, pulling it forward, and bring it out a bit, and also as well, we've got the steering rack there.
Quite close to those pipes. You see where that bit of blue cloth is?
Yep. So that's where the steering pipes come out for the steering rack as well.
Yeah.
So obviously we want to do that, and also it'll make it nice and a bit more centralised for. This is one of the engine mounts. And what we've done with this engine mount, this is from. Is this from standard A4?
Yeah, that mount's all original.
No, it's not an RS4 one though, because the RS4 ones are fluid. They've got fluid in them, aren't they? Because the ECU controls it. So this is what I got months ago for an A4.
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
find out.
ones had a solenoid. And
Yeah, they've got solenoids on them. So this is
Yeah.
from an A4, this engine mount. We've just put it on, and what we're going to do, as you can see, that is the original subframe from the van. And what we're going to do is obviously pulling it forward will enable us to mount it a lot more central onto here. So we're going to make some engine mounts up, we're going to make a gearbox mount up, just tack them in place, then we can drop the subframe off and make sure it's all right first. That's what we want to do first, don't we?
Yeah. Make sure it sits all right.
Yep. Right, let's do that. Trying to make up engine mounts or templates to make engine mounts. It's not as easy as you think, is it, mate?
Yeah.
Shut up, Gil. Just because you've got an easy gearbox mount to do. I'm attempting to make mine look pretty. So I think that.
What are you saying?
I'm just going to wrap it in Christmas paper or something. That's the only way mine's going to look pretty. I'm thinking of going across there like that. That'll wrap around. Do one for other side, and then we just put a piece then coming down like so, and that should, fingers crossed, make it good. Well, it better do, because these are all my templates are all over the floor that I've done already.
We've nearly run out of cardboard.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not easy. So that's my first piece, and then that's the piece I just cut from the template, which will go like so. Oops, it needs a bit of tidying up yet, but it's getting there. Once I'd made all the templates and cut all the metal, it was time to start actually putting them all together and making an engine mount. As you can see, all I've done here is I've tack welded the two support pieces together, just tapping it round, getting the shape. Once I've finally tack welded it, then I went and seam welded it all up, made a template for the other side, and just repeat the same process. While I was doing that, Alex was underneath the van. He was making the gearbox mount. Very hard to see underneath there, so I was just being filmed doing that, and Alex was cracking on doing the gearbox mount. There you go. So you're gonna, what do you need to do now?
I'm going to stitch it right inside.
Yep.
And then I'll fully weld around outside.
Yep. And just take them corners off.
Yeah, just because I made it flat rather than chamfering it down.
I'm just thinking, if any nail companies or like that want to feature us as a hand model.
I've actually trimmed them this week.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Just need to clean them.
Yeah. That's your gearbox mount then. All done. Needs obviously powder coating when we get it on, but we're gonna. I think we're gonna powder coat the whole subframe, aren't we? When it's done. But that's it. So that engine mount, gearbox mount sits in there, and then that's gonna.
That's subframe fits.
Yeah, underneath there.
Basically.
Yeah. So if you put the gearbox mount on, we can show them how it looks.
Yeah.
And I'm still tackling this engine mount over here, which is that little bit. And the top tip is, actually I've done all these cardboard templates. What would you say the top tip is?
Duke gearbox mount.
Duke gearbox mount, yeah, Duke engine mount. Yeah, leave it to me. Just break it down, aren't you? You've got to break it down and doing it in little pieces.
Do it in small parts, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just doing little sections. Try not to do it in one big bit. So that's gonna go in there. Put that in, weld that in, cut that piece off, and then we'll just tidy it all up. Fingers crossed, it'll fit. While I was doing the other engine mount for the driver's side, Alex started welding the passenger side engine mount that I just made onto the subframe. So we're just really getting a few good strong welds on there, and then what we are going to do is, once the engine and gearbox come out again, we're actually going to seam weld all the way around it, make it all nice and strong. So that's the engine mount for the driver's side. Be mounted in. Nice little vibration, that. Look at that. Lovely, that.
Yeah.
Right, and if you look closely, you will see. Oh, with the old Nadger's cock air off.
All right.
Look at that. So there we go. Yep. Right. Engine mounts are in. We've just got to take engine out now and basically weld them up fully. As you can see, that's that one in. Take earth clamp off that side. That's that one in as well. Again, like I say, we need to take them out, clean them, weld them fully, and I'll have a look on this side at. Hang on, let me get a map. Have a look at gearbox mount. Haven't seen that.
It's still on as a...
Is it on a jack?
No, it's on ratchet strap.
Oh, ratchet strap. So there we go. And that's the gearbox mount as well. Ooh. I'm going to set up whatever that cable is with box on so we can see it properly. So there you go. So it's mounted to back at subframe and then holding the gearbox. Do you want to give it a swing? There you go.
Plenty of clearance on.
Yeah, loads of clearance.
Yeah.
Come out. Loads of clearance there. And that's it, front of the engine's there. Sort of front of the engine. Loads of clearance around back here. And around the back there. So I've done it that way. That's it, engine mounts curved them that way so that when the water pipe comes out, get it underneath. That's it. It's in. That was the hardest part really, wasn't it?
Yeah, getting it in and straight and...
Yeah, in, straight, level. So it's now, stand back a bit, I'll show you. Yep. Perfectly straight.
People will ask about that not being straight, but that bit, where that mounting is, it's squished, isn't it?
Yeah,
So it lifts it up and takes it in.
Yeah. There you go, if you look at it. Level, but even at spirit level, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
So that's it, we'll call it a day, we'll put it back on its wheels. So it's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
All right, we'll see you next week. Please like and subscribe. Oh, drop a comment as well. We had some nice comments last week and plenty of views. So tell all your friends. Again, there's two idiots in Wakefield putting a very big engine in a little van.